Imagine a world where life thrives in the most hostile places, where wolves roam freely in Chernobyl's radioactive wasteland, adapting to conditions that should kill them. What if these Chernobyl wolves hold the key to unlocking human potential? From nuclear disaster zones like Chernobyl and Fukushima to ancient natural reactors in Gabon, nature has shown an incredible ability to evolve under radiation. Scientists now believe these adaptations aren't new, they're ancient genetic codes waking up after billions of years. Even more astonishing? These same codes might exist in us, hinting at a future where humans could conquer space or tap into quantum consciousness. In this blog, we'll dive deep into the mystery of nuclear evolution, explore how radiation shapes life, and uncover what it means for humanity's next great leap. Ready to discover how the wolves of Chernobyl could change everything? Let's get started. Nuclear evolution isn't a term you'll find in every biology textbook, but it's a concept that's gaining traction. It describes how life, plants, animals, and even humans, adapts to extreme radiation, activating dormant genetic mechanisms to survive and thrive. The story begins in places like Chernobyl, where a catastrophic nuclear explosion in 1986 turned a 1.000 square mile zone into a radioactive graveyard. Experts predicted nothing could live there. They were wrong. In 2014, Dr. Carol Love studied wolves in Chernobyl's exclusion zone. What she found was jaw-dropping. These wolves weren't just surviving, they were evolving. Exposed to 6 times the legal safety limit of radiation daily, their DNA showed unique repair mechanisms. In just 15 generations, Chernobyl wolves became more resistant to cancer and genetic damage. How? Their genes activated ancient defenses, passed down from ancestors who faced a harsher, more radioactive Earth billions of years ago. This isn't an isolated case. After Fukushima's 2011 disaster, animals developed stronger antioxidant systems and reproduced faster within 15 years. At Bikini Atoll, where the US tested 23 nuclear bombs in the 1950s, fish and coral flourish in waters still laced with cesium-137. Nature, it seems, has a playbook for radiation, and it's been around longer than we thought. Why does life adapt so well to radiation? The answer lies in Earth's distant past. Billions of years ago, our planet's atmosphere offered little protection from cosmic rays. To survive, early organisms developed defenses against protons, neutrons, and gamma rays. These genetic tools didn't disappear, they stayed dormant, waiting for the right trigger. Take Chernobyl's black fungi, for example. These strange organisms don't just resist radiation, they consume it. Growing toward the reactor core, they convert gamma rays into chemical energy, much like plants use sunlight. NASA even tested them on the International Space Station, where they processed cosmic radiation in zero gravity. Similar fungi popped up in Fukushima within hours of the disaster, adapting to whatever radiation type they faced. Dr. Lynn Rothschild, an astrobiologist at NASA, explains, life had to protect itself from cosmic radiation millions of years ago. Those defenses are still in our DNA. Fossils of 50-million-year-old fungi show the same radiation processing genes, proving this superpower is ancient. Radiation adaptation isn't limited to fungi. In Chernobyl, eastern tree frogs turned from bright green to black, using melanin to shield their cells. Birds grew darker feathers to survive. These aren't new traits, they're old ones, reawakened by extreme conditions. It's like nature flipping a genetic switch when the environment demands it. If radiation defenses are so old, where did they come from? The answer might lie in Gabon, West Africa. 2 billion years ago, 17 natural nuclear reactors operated in the Oklo region. These weren't built by humans, groundwater-moderated uranium deposits, sparking fission reactions that ran for hundreds of thousands of years. Each site generated about 100 kilowatts of power, leaving behind isotopic evidence of ancient nuclear activity. Similar patterns appear in uranium mines in Colorado and Australia. Even the gunflint chert, home to 1.9 billion-year-old fossils, holds microorganisms with radiation adaptations matching modern bacteria. Life didn't just survive this radioactive world, it evolved with it, embedding those traits into the genetic code we still carry today. Evolution typically weeds out unused traits. So why do radiation defenses persist? Some scientists argue it's a biological memory, a backup plan for when conditions get tough. Others suggest Earth's radiation levels fluctuated more than we realize, keeping these genes relevant. Whatever the reason, they're still here, and they're not just in wolves or fungi, they're in us. Here's where things get wild. Humans might already be tapping into nuclear evolution. In Ramsar, Iran, people live with radiation levels 10 times higher than safety limits. Yet they show normal cancer rates and lifespans. Studies reveal their cells repair DNA damage faster than it builds up. In Guarapari, Brazil, locals with radioactive black sand underfoot exhibit enhanced DNA repair going back generations. This isn't new. Archaeological sites like Göbekli Tepe and Mesopotamia's oldest cities sit near uranium deposits. Our ancestors didn't flee these areas, they stayed, adapted, and passed those adaptations to us. Today, every human carries traces of these radiation-resistant genes. Could this be the key to our future? Space agencies like NASA are obsessed with this idea. Why? Because space is a radiation bath. Cosmic rays, solar flares, and unfiltered gamma rays threaten astronauts. If humans can activate dormant radiation defenses, we might colonize Mars, Titan, or Europa without bulky shields or constant medical intervention. Imagine this: in 100 years, we consciously control our metabolism and DNA repair. In 1.000 years, space-dwelling humans process radiation like food, their skin generating protective fields. In 10.000 years, we evolve unique adaptations to each planet's environment. Martians with reddish skin, Europans with bioluminescent traits. Sound like science fiction? Maybe, but Chernobyl's fungi already do it. NASA's experiments with radiation-eating fungi hint at what's possible. If we unlock these abilities, space travel becomes less about survival and more about transformation. Nuclear evolution could turn us into a multi-planetary species. The rabbit hole goes deeper. Some scientists link radiation adaptation to quantum biology, the idea that life uses quantum mechanics to function. European robins navigate using quantum-entangled electrons in their eyes. Dogs smell via quantum tunneling. Plants photosynthesize with quantum superposition, choosing the most efficient energy path. Physicists Roger Penrose and Stuart Hameroff take it further. They propose consciousness arises from quantum processes in brain microtubules, tiny structures inside neurons. When quantum states collapse, we experience awareness. If true, our thoughts transcend classical physics, connecting us to a universal quantum reality. Here's the kicker: the atoms in our bodies, including those microtubules, come from ancient stars. Carl Sagan famously said, "We're made of star stuff." What if those stars didn't just give us matter but also the blueprint for consciousness? Nuclear evolution might not just shape our bodies, it could awaken our minds. The wolves of Chernobyl aren't just survivors, they're messengers. They show us that life, even in its most fragile forms, holds untapped potential. From fungi that eat gamma rays to humans thriving near uranium deposits. Nuclear evolution reveals a truth: we're built for more than we know. So, what can we do with this? For now, it's about awareness. Understanding our genetic heritage could inspire breakthroughs in medicine. Think cancer treatments based on Chernobyl wolves' DNA repair. It could also guide space exploration, pushing us to test our limits beyond Earth. From Chernobyl's radioactive forests to the quantum realms of our minds, nuclear evolution ties us to the universe in ways we're only beginning to grasp. The wolves of Chernobyl, the fungi of Fukushima, and the people of Ramsar all point to a future where humanity transcends its current form. We're not just children of Earth, we're children of the stars. And they're calling us home. What do you think? Could nuclear evolution unlock humanity's next chapter? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing insights. Want to dive deeper? Check out our podcast on quantum consciousness or join our community on Discord. The journey's just beginning. Let's explore it together.